Landscape management is managing a particular area in such a way that you are achieving multiple objectives at the same time. And these multiple objectives include, because the land provides food for us, land provides biodiversity that is needed for many other things like medicine and things like that. The land also provides water. The way it's managed enables us to have water. And the land also, like in the case of Kenya, provides a lot of revenue from tourism. So in simple terms, you want to manage a piece of land in such a way that you are optimizing and getting the most benefit from all of these multiple services, from the land that we require and that we benefit from. One of the biggest parts of our work is about, linking a lot of the environmental services work that we do to the global climate policy. Because climate is changing and that is affecting the way the provision of these services in different landscapes. So we're trying to promote landscape management in such a way that it allows us to meet the mitigation needs, reducing the greenhouse gases that we need to reduce based on land management, but also helping poor people to adapt better to climate change. One of our main messages is that, through landscape approaches, landscape management, policymakers can simultaneously achieve mitigation and adaptation, relatively in a cost-efficient way. So I think that's an important part of the storyline. The second message that we're trying to put across is that reducing emissions from deforestation and forest degradation, it's one of the mechanisms within the UNFCCC. And a lot of African countries are now moving in that direction. But what we're trying to say is that, at the moment, that mechanism, RED, will succeed if it is put in a bigger policy picture where it contributes its own part and all the other land uses contribute their own parts. Because at this point, RED is about forest, but we do need agriculture, we do need other land uses as part of a bigger strategy to be able to achieve, the overall objectives that we have, which is development and sustainability at the same time. Frankly, I wouldn't tell you one thing because there's no magic bullet. What I would say, if I take the example of Kenya at the moment, I would say the decentralization to county government is a blessing in its own, but we have to make use of it. It's a blessing because what we think is that there is the right environment for landscape approaches to take place. And what does that mean? It means all the cabinet, the county cabinet now, which is agriculture, forestry, water, planning, all of them have to be able to work together at that county level, define what the objectives are, make sure that they are all investing in a single objective, review that and plan so that they are no longer doing separate things the way they used to do before, but at that manageable level, try and work together, because that integrated perspective at that landscape level is what is going to bring solutions. It's not doing agriculture separately, doing forestry separately, doing water management separately. If they invest together, they will be more efficient and they are likely to achieve better results in terms of development, but also in terms of preserving the environment. I would say for a country like Kenya, where devolution is coming, that's a good opportunity, but that has to be well planned, that has to be well structured, and the investments have to be well coherent, and the impacts, as we said before, assessed and followed through in a systematic way. I think the first thing is we try and understand it from their perspective. Like, I'll give you a concrete example. We do not expect farmers to adopt the practices that we bring to them because they'll get carbon payments. What we expect is that they will do it because they get other benefits from it, like food. They get other benefits like having buffers for themselves, having income during seasons where there are droughts, because the trees outlast the droughts, you know. So, and floods sometimes is not capable of destroying the trees. So because they get those other benefits, then they can also do what is required of them in terms of carbon payments. So understanding the farmers from where their primary benefit is, as opposed to any external dependency, is extremely important for us. So we go in through their own understanding of things, and I think we do need at every point to take into account their own value systems, their own perspectives, their own local understanding of their environment, because they do understand it better than we do. So trying to marry our scientific knowledge and the local knowledge is extremely important for us.